Hey everyone, it's Matt with jinX Brothers with another hybrid hunt. I went to a handful of banks today. First one I went to had nothing. Second one I went to, I picked up a box of pennies and some bills. When she handed me the pennies, they had the holes in the bottom, brand new pennies. So that was kind of a fail. So that's why I took the bills. As I was going along as well, I was asking for $50, none at bank 1, none at bank 2. At bank 3, I stopped and said, hey, do you have any halves? And she did. She had $9 of halves. I asked if she could swap at my pennies. She said she couldn't. So I took this $9 and looky. As I pulled out, I was like, oh, I got one. It was a foreign. She handed it to me like undone like this, not in a bank envelope or anything, but she gave me an Ecuador 50 centavos. I have one of these already because I remember it because it's a certain, this is from 2000. It's a special circulating commemorative. But I thought it was pretty interesting that when I first pulled out, I was like, oh! And then I said, the edge looks a little weird. Maybe it's just old. And it wasn't. This is stainless steel. So kind of a fail there. So I went to the last bank, asked if they had halves. They had no halves, but they were able to swap this out. You can see this does not have the holes in the bottom. So I'm going to hunt this in a different hunt, but I am going to get into the bills. Wanted to just share the story about the halves. I found it slightly amusing. So I got another $500 of straps here. I am going to do a strap wrap up just to mix things up a little bit, see how we do. We have not been doing great with the bills. The bills have been a struggle as well. The star notes have been very elusive, and we haven't found any fancies. So we're hoping that these straps are maybe a little bit better because they came from a different bank. So I want to jump into these, and I'll be back after we're done with strap 1. Alrighty, strap 1 done. I was pretty excited. This was bill number 1 on from the strap. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. It's a date note or a birthday note, whatever you want to call it. This is 2006, and it's May the 2nd. So if anybody's got a May the 2nd, 2006 important date, could be a birthday, could be an anniversary, could be any date really. May 2nd, 2006. It was actually in decent shape. There's a little bit of creasing on it, but I'm going to keep it because date notes can be special depending on what happened on that date. And I got a one Where's George note. I looked it up. This was entered almost 2 years ago now from Newport Richey, which is about 100 miles from here. So it's been hanging out. He started off with his MB on his head, still has the MB on his head, and it's a little bit rougher shape. They said he was in newer condition when it first happened. I entered him, and I'm going to re-release him. So, on to strap 2. Strap 2. A bunch of almosters, but nothing worth talking about. On to strap 3. Strap number 3. Found our first star note. I'm going to look all these up at the end, but I wanted to come in and let you know that's all we found in that strap. Alrighty, strap 4 was the best of all so far. We had 2 really cool almosters. This one is 695. I don't know, it's not really that special. I just liked it. It was kind of cool, and it's in better condition. But, you know, if these were some zeros, I mean, it's not a trinary, it's not a binary, it's not a ladder, it's nothing really special. It just struck me as kind of a cool number. But because it's nothing special, it's gone back. This one would have been really cool. 51, 51, 74, 51. If we could have got a 51 there, we would have had 4 51s or a quad repeater, which would be pretty cool. But again, almosters, the depth of my hair. And we got 2 star notes. We had 114-66046. Nothing too crazy. This one's a little bit better. 07721-012. So a little bit less, but both of these I will check and see how we're at, and I'll talk about it in the wrap up. But 2 star notes, best strap yet. Strap 5, we ended with a thud. Nothing again. So let me do some looking up, and I'll be back with the wrap up. Alrighty, here's the wrap up. 3 star notes, 1 date note out of 5 straps. So again, we're struggling trying to find the fancy stuff. We're really hoping to get at least a star note, a strap, and the last, I don't know, what have we done? 10 straps, 20 straps or so. We have not been close to that average. We've been falling short. The star notes have been tough. And of course, as usual, these are having print runs of roughly 8 to 9 million. So they're not very rare either. They're on the less rare of the side, which doesn't surprise me. That's kind of almost to be expected. I'm going to take a look at these. This one's a little bit creased up. They're actually, none of them are in great shape, but 2 of them are a little bit more beat up than others. So I'm contemplating whether I'm going to keep them or not. This one I might keep because it's a little bit better shape. And I like to keep some star notes just from my hunts so I can remember them. Date note I'll definitely keep. Hopefully, I did not look up May 2nd, 2006. Maybe something great happened on that day, which would make it even better. But if I'm not, I'm going to keep it just because that might be someone's birthday, anniversary, whatever the case might be. It's certainly a relative date for a lot of different people, whether they were born in 2006 or got married or whatever. It could be a really cool date, so I want to hang on to it. So that's it. Again, let me know if you prefer running through them or whether you prefer the strap wrap-ups. This is certainly going to be a much faster video because there's not as much stuff, man. If I was wrapping up with more detail, maybe they'd take a little bit longer, but they've been tough lately. So I hope you enjoyed the hunt. If you did, make sure to smash that thumbs up so YouTube can find me and others can see my videos as well. Please consider subscribing if you have not already. And I'll catch you all when I hunt them pennies. See you on the next video.